For that, once again, welcome you all to this online session of our Montessori theory batch. Today we are going to have a discussion about an important topic. As you know that we were discussing about the topic connected with this preschool organization and management. Why we study, you know that why we study preschool organization and management? It's because the teacher, the preschool educator should understand the management aspects also to become the principal of the Montessori department or KG department, preschool head, or to become the academic coordinator of preschool education department. We should know how to manage people, and including in the screen, on the screen you may see that is time management. We were discussing about the steps of management. Who can tell me that what we were discussing in the last session? Do you remember what did you study in the last session? How many of you can? Anyone? Do you remember in the last session what did we discuss? Do you remember? No answer. No one is answering. Please answer me. This is the topic that we discussed last session, planning and organization of a preschool. As a preschool teacher, it is preschool means maybe elementary education, primary education. You can run a preschool or you can become the head of the preschool education or primary section, elementary education, basic schooling. So management is the most important skill of a teacher. Okay. So management role, importance and steps of management. I got one message. Good evening from Italy. Okay. All of you please text to me. What do you remember about the last class? Do you remember the topic which we discussed in the last and where we stopped, concluded the class? And do you have any idea about the topic? You please use the chat box and text me so that I can also understand whether you are following and from where, because there are different departments, as you know, that different sections are there. So please explain which topic we covered and discussed in the last class. Can you please explain? Can you please tell me the topic name, management role, importance and steps. And we have discussed about role and importance of management, role and importance of management. Can you tell me, anyone? No answer. Do you remember the topic which we discussed in the last session? Do you remember? Okay. Lovi, role and importance of management. Tovi, we talk about organizing, leading, controlling. Oh, very good. Very good. Congratulations. See, role and importance of management. We discussed this topic. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for explaining the topic. And management, As you know, the role and importance. Role is management of a preschool or an organization is the most important role. To manage means to run, to execute, to implement everything. So, steps in management. This is what we discussed. Planning, number one, planning, decision making, organizing, leading, controlling. 4 steps, main 4 steps in management. Even if you want to be the head of the family or if you want to be the head of a group, you should have these 4 skills. So it is important for all of us to understand and study about these 4 steps of management. Planning, decision making, organizing, leading, controlling. So planning, as you know, determining course of action, what to do, how to do, when to do. That is planning. Planning is decision making to start something. That is planning. Or regarding the goals and setting the future course of action from a set of alternatives to reach them. So during the time of in the first step of management, we will plan the aim, objectives. We will set a goal and to start the course of action to achieve that particular goal. That's called planning. Planning. Second step of management is organizing. See, there is a diagram you can see on the screen. I think the screen is visible. Organizing. Organizing means coordination of activities and resources. Coordination of activities and resources. Then number 3 is leading. Number 4 is controlling. And organizing means coordinating activities. As a teacher, as an educator, what is your duty? To coordinate the activities of the school, to coordinate the HR, the staff, students, parents. If you want to conduct a school day celebration, anniversary, or cultural fest, anything else, you should have this organizing skill. So organizing is coordinating activities and resources. So organizing is the function of management that involves developing an organizational structure and allocating human resources to ensure the accomplishment of objectives. So the accomplishment of objectives shall be done through organizing. So organizing means allocating duty, coordination, and the structure of organization is the framework within which effort is coordinated. Organizing can be defined as the process by which the established plans are moved closer to realization. Organizing means, in another sense, we can say that the established goals, the set up goals in the first planning session will be more closer by organizing the activities. That means the closer to the realization of the objectives or the goal. Once a manager set goals and develops plans, his next managerial function is organizing human and other resources that are identified as necessary by the plan to reach the goal. Okay, so that is number 2, and number 3 is leading. That is leading. Leading is the number 3rd step of management skill, management process. Managing and motivating people, that's called leading. Motivating, managing. And just by the leader of a school means better leaders, better schools. All the teachers should become better leaders. Then the schools will become better schools. Teachers or educators as leaders, they are trying to make others as leaders. Only teacher community is doing this noble work of leadership. All others, like politicians or film artists, you can see they are leaders, but they will make followers. But you can see a teacher, an educator who is a leader will create more leaders. Okay, so a teacher should be a leader. An educator should be a leader. Leading, managing means managing and motivating people. how many of the children, how many teachers are actually motivating their students? If the students are motivated, then they will be interested to be in the mainstream of education. That means they will show the interest and spirit of learning. They will show a kind of faithfulness to the teacher. Unless if they are not motivated, they will not have the learning interest. Even they will not have the passion for particular skills. So teachers should be leaders who motivate and manage children. Leading is another basic function within the management process. Leading is the use of influence to motivate employees to achieve organizations goals. So leading is the use of influence to motivate employees to achieve organizational goals. What is the organizational behavior or goal of a school? To provide or to give the best quality education. That is the goal of a school, objective of the school. So, in achieving that goal, all teachers must be leading by using their influence to motivate the students to achieve the organizational goal of a school. Managers must be able to make employees want to participate in achieving organizational goals. Three components make up the leading function. For leading is also, leadership is also a skill. There are three important functions, components of leadership skills. Motivating, influencing, forming effective groups. Motivating, influencing, and forming effective groups. Okay. So, in other words, the skill of influencing people for a particular purpose or reason is called leading. So, we all should have this leadership skill. Leading is considered to be the most important and challenging of all managerial activities. See, the principal of the school or head of the family, head of the panchayat, village panchayats, head of the police team, head of the ministry, everyone should have this leadership skill. Otherwise, the people or the students may not be motivated to achieve the expected goal set by the organization. Leading is influencing or prompting the member of the organization to work together in the interest of the organization, creating a positive attitude towards the work and goals among the members of the organization is called leading. Creating a positive attitude towards the work and goals among the members of the organization is called leading. Leading involves a number of different processes and activates the functions of direction, motivation, communication, and coordination are considered as part of a leading process system. What are the leading process system? Motivation, then we have already influencing and forming groups. So effective communication is also important component of leadership skill. The leader should have a good communication skill, just like a teacher should have good communication skill. If you don't have the communication skill, you cannot be the best teacher. Communication, oral and verbal or non-verbal. Even your body language is a style of communication. So we have to understand all these things. Leading involves a number of different processes and activates. Coordinating is also essential leading. Motivating is an essential quality of leading. Motivating is the management process of influencing people's behavior based on the knowledge of what cause and channel sustain human behavior in a particular committed direction. Efficient managers need to be effective leaders. So efficient managers need to be effective leaders. This is the last but not the least step of management process, controlling. That's the fourth step of management process, controlling. Class teacher should have a control over the students. The classroom control and management. Classroom Control and management is a skill. Only a teacher can possess, who possesses this can control the students, can motivate the children, can make the best out of the class, can bring the best result out of it. So controlling means monitoring and evaluating activities. Monitoring and evaluating activities. Controlling is an ongoing process. An effective control function determines whether the organization is on target toward its goals and makes corrections as necessary. All these managerial functions are necessary and are interrelated to each other. All these managerial processes, 4 processes. All of you please text to me the 4 important processes of management, the skill of management, the activity of management, 4 steps of management, 4 processes of management skill. Chovi, Lovi, Vidampi, then all of you please text to me the 4 processes of management skill. Please use the chat box. Text me now. Venti Achumi, Toby, Vitampi. Kipule, Talifi, please, okay, please send me the answer, which are the 4 steps of management process, the 4 steps of management process. Please text to me. Please use the chat box. All of you should use the chat box. I should know, how did you understand? Do you have any doubt? How can I help you? Please use the chat box and text me. Okay, very good. Toby, planning and decision making, organizing, leading, controlling. Very good. Congratulations. So this is a skill. So now we have learned about those who keep silence. This is not the behavior expected from you. Don't keep silence. Are you thinking that you are above all or you are perfect? Or just you have to answer. How can you become teachers? I feel shameful of you, pity of you, because you are not eligible to become teachers. If you teach your students like this and your students are behaving to you this way, how will you feel? What will you be your response? Don't be panic or don't be psychic teachers. Don't be like that. Okay, Vidambi, very good. Congratulations. 2 people answered. This is the 3rd person. Knowing the child needs, divide the time. Okay, no, Kipule. Management processes are different. Anyway, congratulations. Thank you for answering the question. Okay. Anyway, you at least tried. Some of you tried to answer. You tried your level best. So I had to appreciate that. Others keeping silence is very bad. Don't behave like that. Actually, you are supposed to be teachers, educators, behave yourself. So I don't know what is your problem. Are you introvert or do you have inferiority complex or do you have any other stage fear or something like that, or personality disorders? Okay, so anyway, if you want to get the certificate, let me clearly tell you one thing. You have to obey the terms and conditions rules. Otherwise, no chance for getting the certificate from the university. It's a course. So all of us should obey as you are a student. Okay. So we studied the fourth step also about the controlling. And now one important topic, resources, meaning classification and characteristics of resources. You know, the word resources means what are the assets, properties, skills, and time which you are having or which are available for you. If you are talented, if you are skilled, if you are gifted person, that means you have some resources. You are a resourceful person. So a teacher should be a resourceful person. You can also act as a resource person also. So resources, meaning there are many resources, human and non-human. Human resources like your skills, abilities, capacities, even health and time, all these things are human resources. And money, building, infrastructure, other facilities are called as non-human resources. So we will study about the resources and its types in the next session. This is also most important topic for you to understand. Just keep it in your mind. In order to have a dream for the child, what is the dream for the child? The dream of awakening human potentials in each and every child. That is the dream, the same dream which you and me, we are having the dream for the child. So let us dream for our children, having a dream of awakening human potentials of our children by giving the best quality education. The human potentials means the skills, communication skill, thinking skill, and decision-making skill, critical thinking skill. All these skills are necessary for the 21st century skills development program. Okay, so I'm going to stop the screen sharing. Let us discuss about the same topic in the next class. Now this is the time for discussion. You all can ask me any doubts. If you need any more information regarding the course or certification and the topic or any doubts or suggestions regarding the topic which we discussed right now, you may ask me questions or you may opine and you can put forward your suggestions. Thank you. Now this is the time for discussion. Please ask me questions. Any questions? Anything? No question. You all are very brilliant, very intelligent. You know everything. You understood everything. You learned everything. So congratulations. Wish you all the best. Thank you, everyone. See you in the next session. Take care. Bye.